Final score from Denver, Colorado, in a game that doesn't really mean anything. It doesn't mean anything to your Kansas City Chiefs, but I got to give the score. The score of the game was the Denver Broncos 38, the Kansas City Chiefs nothing. In a game where the backups played, they didn't show any blitzing at all. There was no blitzing at all by Steve Spagnuolo. They didn't want to show the opposing defenses. They don't want to put out any film of what the Chiefs are all about. And ladies and gentlemen, the Chiefs did not show anything. They went out there as vanilla as you can get, played their backups, had a totally makeshift offensive line, pretty much a makeshift defensive line as well. And what happened is what happened. Your Kansas City Chiefs went out there and played a controlled scrimmage, not giving up any information, losing the game 38-0. Thank God nobody of significance was injured, because really nobody of significance was out there. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Kansas City Chiefs freaks worldwide of all ages, I am back with my right-hand man, Harvey Williams. We are War Chant Wrap-Up, and the man himself from Chiefs or Die, Fidel Blocker, as our guest. Fidel from Chiefs or Die, welcome to War Chant Wrap-Up. How in the hell you doing, buddy?
I'm winning and I'm grinning, eating this Gates barbecue, enjoying this loss.
Kansas City is under a winter storm warning the last 2 days. We have had over a foot of snow, which started by about an inch of sleet. And I just knew Fidel was going to be at home where it was safe. He called me just before Chiefs kickoff. And I said, dude, are you in your car driving? He said, yeah, man, I'm getting down to Gates on 12th Street. I said, it's too dangerous. And he said, man, I got new tires. Fidel, what is the vibe like on 12th Street Gates and Sons Barbecue?
Well, it's not a whole lot of us here. It was more mob members than anything, Chiefs or Die mob. So me and two other my brothers, we showed up. Usually Gates kind of have a crowd. They have a bar called The Pit, right, connected to the actual eatery. So a lot of people that's from down north on this end, they come and watch the game and stuff here. But of course, like you said, it's a foot of snow. No, sir, it's about 2.5, 3 feet now.
Wow.
So yeah, I got stuck a few times, but I had my trusty shovel in the back. So you know what I'm saying? I dug my way out. But one thing you ain't never gonna do, you ain't keeping no diehard in the house. It's just no fun to watch a game at home, man. It can snow all day. As long as it ain't raining fire, I'm outside.
How was traffic?
Ain't no traffic. I was traffic. Me and the few clouds that I seen out here. It was me and the snow. It was me and the snow mounds. That's it. I was battling the snow mounds because they don't got a whole lot of. For some reason, man, they don't have a whole lot of city workers out here trying to combat any of this. So it's like a few main streets are plowed, but then guess what? They'll plow the main street, and then it'd be like a foot or a foot and a half mound of snow that's blocking the side streets. So if you coming off a side street, you got to do a Dukes of Hazzard jump, you know what I'm saying, just to get across the street. Man, I'm out here running red lights and everything, man. I'm doing bad.
Hey, let me ask you this, man. So this is you for real. I thought that you were just doing that for the documentary. So you like this 24 hours,
bro.
7 days a week?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Tell about Chiefs or Die.
Yeah,
what is Chiefs or Die? Tell our viewers and Harvey, what is Chiefs or Die, the group?
So I run a diehard Kansas City Chiefs organization called Chiefs or Die. We are not the get along gang. This is not a fan club. This ain't, I'm a season ticket holder. I'm a super fan. Nah. This is a 365-day organization.
Wow.
It's all hands on deck. I have 6 chapters in 5 states and 2 countries. Shout out to England, Longbow tribe, across the pond, as we say. Shout out to my brother across the pond.
Wow.
The Brit Chief.
Brent Cheap,
You know
Brad Simcox,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We everywhere, bro. And we plan on expanding to 5 more countries before the kickoff of next season. I got a couple of more tribes to open. We call our chapters tribes. So we got 5 tribes in the United States: Atlanta, Georgia, Kansas City, Missouri, Dallas, Texas, Houston, Texas. We all over California. And like I said, we just greenlit last year. We greenlit our first overseas chapter in the United Kingdom in England.
Wow.
So it's a diehards only organization. We are not fans. We are diehards. We live, eat, breathe, and Kansas City Chiefs football. And it's like joining a fraternity. It's like joining a secret society. It's like joining a sorority. You don't become one of us. You don't earn a golden fleece. That's what I'm wearing. I'm wearing what's called a golden fleece. You don't earn a fleece by just being a fan.
So y'all ain't like no motorcycle gang. Y'all ain't kicking ass and tying people up. No shit like that, right?
I ain't tying nobody up, but I ain't kick little ass. I had to kick little ass, you know.
Right.
But you know that come with the territory. It ain't no thing. You know, I tell people all the time. We don't start nothing, but we end everything.
I got you.
The thing about us, man. All my brothers, all my sisters, we the most humblest people in the world. We go kick it everywhere. We done been to Chiefs or Die done been to 30 some games. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Since 2014.
Yes.
We didn't. We've been everywhere, bro. We've jump started the travel movement. There was no travel movement for the Chiefs before Chiefs or Die. There were fans that were going to games, but you've never seen Kansas City go as a city to games. We kicked that off in 2016, and now it's big. It's called that's our signature event. It's called Red and Yellow Weekend. It's also known as the Takeover. And we started that in 2016 in Atlanta, Georgia. Ever since then, we've been everywhere: Atlanta, Nashville, Denver, Dallas, Houston. Every year we pick one away game and we go shut that city down.
Y'all don't get hassled? Y'all don't get people messing with y'all all the time, like just hackling and messing with you?
The actual mob or the fans when we go?
No, the mob when y'all rolling, y'all got people messing with y'all or no?
Bro, when you see 30 or 40 people in uniform walking in anywhere, you know what I'm saying? Listen, bro, I'm 5'8", 205. I got brothers in my crew that's 6'3", 310. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, ain't nobody saying nothing there.
You know, we coming in with smiles and giggles and handshakes and kissing babies and all that. But you know, sometimes you can just look at a person and tell, this ain't the person I want to mess with. Right. You know what I'm saying? Then on top of that, bro, like I say, it's not about being, I don't want nobody to get the wrong idea. It's not about being, you know, a badass or anything like that. Lead with respect. I go everywhere with respect first. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming to have a good time. Nobody goes anywhere, spends thousands of dollars on travel, hotel, you know what I'm saying? All of that type of stuff to go somewhere and possibly have to bond out of jail or worse. Yeah. You know, and for everybody who wants to run around with that persona of a badass, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I'm really from the streets. It's somebody better than you. Anywhere you go. It's somebody better than you anywhere you go. So if you think you're gonna go somewhere and piss on somebody's cornflakes or turn the situation, you know what I'm saying, left field and try to get on people's bad side, bro, you're gonna get exactly what you're asking for. I lived a very long life being a respectful individual. I respect everybody. But I tell everybody, I respect you until you disrespect me. And then I'm not above the violence just yet. So he's still working on me, like they would say in the church house. You know what I'm saying?
So, Fidel, the last trips the Chiefs have gone to the Super Bowl, you were in Phoenix, you were in Vegas, you were in the cities that the Chiefs were at the Super Bowl. You were even in Miami and in Tampa Bay 5 and 4 years ago. What is the plan? What is the plan for Chiefs or Die going into the Super Bowl in a month and a half, or about 6 weeks?
Well, New Orleans is it's probably my favorite place to eat. So me and the mob would definitely be in New Orleans. I don't think we're going to do anything in New Orleans. I've been in very close contact with a lot of people that's from New Orleans, and just the locals, they understand what an opportunity this is for for them to have a Super Bowl, especially possibly have a Chiefs Super Bowl. They understand that the revenue that's about to hit their city. So with that being said, getting venues and all that type of stuff, it's it's like twisted arms right now. So me personally, I just want to go to the Crescent City right now. They need a hug anyway. You know what I'm saying? I just want to go down there, like, no, seriously, when all this stuff is happening, I just want to go down there, show the support to our brothers and our sisters from the Crescent City. Go spend some money down there, patronize some establishments, have a good time. I'm not really pressed about trying to go down there and throw no parties. Usually, you know how we get down, Shaggy.
Yeah.
Our parties be off the chain. If you ain't at our party, boy, the only pass you get for not being at a Chiefs or Die Super Bowl party in that city is if you are at the game. If you are not at the game, you supposed to be with us. Shout out to Kevin Hart. Shout out to my bro. Damn, yeah, kicking my butt. I'm tongue tied right now. Cousin E, me and Cousin E did a fantastic watch party in Phoenix a couple of years ago. Brought out everybody, brought out all the stars. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And Kevin Hart and his team sponsored it. Gran Camino, his liquor line. Man,
wow.
they really did a big one with that, man. And I'm gonna just bring energy and bring the people. So
yeah, dog. Cause I went to school there, so I know at LSU, so I know how they get down over there, man. They don't stop partying. So yeah, that's gonna be that's gonna be big and off the chain. So it's gonna be fun.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, we just gonna go hang out, have a good time, eat a bunch of seafood, and come home with another trophy. Another dad's office.
Well, as Tara Pearson says here, good thing the Chiefs risked their lives flying through a blizzard for that. Well, yeah.
Man, listen.
Makes you wonder why they didn't just stay they didn't just stay at the freaking airport. Harvey, I don't know if you know, the Chiefs plane was stuck on the airport in Kansas City for 3 hours before they left because of the sleet. The Chiefs ended up flying out there and going through the scrimmage. Harvey, I want to ask you this first. When you look at this season in totality, it's where you want to be. You're healthy. Except for this game, let's throw this game out. With what the Chiefs did the last 2 weeks against the Texans and what the Chiefs did against the Steelers, 2 teams we're probably going to see. There's a good chance the Chiefs face Pittsburgh here or Houston here. So that's how the season ended in fluidity. Yeah. But when you look at the season, Harvey, in totality, the Chiefs ended 15-2, number 1 seed. What's your takeaway from the Kansas City Chiefs 2024 regular season?
I think that we're gonna do it again, bro. Mahomes look, 1,000%. The football team look like it's peaking at the right time, man. Hollywood, and I told you this a week ago, man. Hollywood, the wide receiver, is gonna make a big difference. So now he got another bullet in his holster, and with them guys on the outside, man, they're gonna take it off the top with Noah and Travis doing their thing underneath, man. It's gonna be scary, bro. So. I don't see nobody messing with him, man. I really don't. Only team that scares me is probably will probably be Baltimore, bro. So that's who I got my eye on. I don't think the Bills can match it, but Baltimore scares me with with that quarterback and that running back, and their defense is pretty decent.
Right. Fidel, what when you look at the Chiefs regular season in totality, we had our 7-week stretch there where we went 6-1, but it was lethargic. It looked like they were sleepwalking. They went through 3 different left tackles because Patrick Mahomes was getting beat up. They figured out putting Joe Tooney moving him from guard to left tackle was going to be the situation that worked. When you look at this Chiefs season, the ebb and flows, ups and downs, what did you take about this team going into the playoffs?
Well, I'm going to just say, as in this whole totality, the whole entire season, the type of team that we are at this particular time in Chiefs history, we kind of vibe off of how the other team is playing. We know we got the firepower. We know we got the fire. We can hit the switch anytime. And I really hate to say that because I don't want to sound cocky, but we really can hit the switch anytime. There's always, have y'all ever noticed this? Have y'all ever noticed that we look vanilla as hell, and then we open up one drive where we go straight down the field, and it's plays that we haven't seen before.
Right.
And it's like, where the hell did that
It happened the whole year.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like when we got to go get a score, we go get a score. When we got to go get in range, we go get in range. But we're not – I think it's the genius of Andy Reid, just me personally. I think that he's coached in this league long enough to understand that this game is like poker. You don't want to show anybody your hand. If somebody sees your card in poker, if they see your cards, they know how to play you. So he keeps his hand held high. All you see is them eyeballs over them glasses. You don't see no mustache. You don't see no smirk on his face. He gives us just enough to win. My whole thing for this year was healthy wins. We go into a game healthy. We come out healthy. We go home with the win. Nothing else matters. I don't care about what a commentator has to say. I don't care what a fan has to say. Y'all are out here, commentating about wins. I've never seen a team have a 15-game winning record with one loss in the season and be critiqued so hard. This is crazy.
That is a first. You're right. That's a first.
If this was Brady, we all seen the season where Brady and them almost went undefeated or whatever. They lost the wrong game. They lost one in the regular season and one through the Super Bowl. See, we are students of this game. We're not playing this game to play it. We're actually playing to win. So I take my hat off to Andy Reid. I take my hat off to the guys that's going out there preparing themselves to go out there and get the win and bring back home what really matters, and that's the Lombardi. That's the only thing that matters. We don't care nothing about no records, no MVPs, or none of that. We know we got snubbed. A few guys got snubbed. What else is new? They don't like the Chiefs. We get it. We the bad guys. I've never seen a bad guy be this humble in my life, but it's all good. We'll take it. Healthy wins. That's all I care about. That's it.
All right, Zach Pearson says only people rooting harder for the Chiefs today than Fidel were the Bengal fans. Well, the Bengals didn't make it in today, so the Bengals fans were cheering for us. It didn't happen, and they're saying the Chiefs purpose. I saw on Twitter before I jumped on here, some fans on Twitter were saying the Chiefs purposely lost today because they didn't want to have to face Cincinnati. My reply to that is, Cincinnati, if you wanted to be in the playoffs, you shouldn't have waited until you were 4-8 to put a 5-game winning streak together. You know what I mean?
Cincinnati ain't got nothing for us, bro. I mean, they don't have the firepower to match us, and if you're gonna beat us, you're gonna have to at least score 24. That's the number right there to be even in the running. So if you can't match Mahomes, with 24 points, then you're not gonna win, man. You're not gonna win.
Me personally, I just think that the whole fan base is gassed up and delusional, and it doesn't help that the commentators and the sports analysts and everybody else is praising all of these new age quarterbacks for being losers. Right. I didn't see that growing up. You didn't get no praise for losing.
No, you didn't.
You actually put yourself in jeopardy. But they giving losers record-breaking contracts and with no wins. You barely win a playoff game or not even making the playoffs, and you getting hundreds of millions of dollars and all the praise in the world. And I see a guy who's come in since his first game and did nothing but win consistently.
Right.
Win 3 Super Bowls, been to 4. And they act as if what he's done is not the most historic thing that anybody has ever seen. If Patrick Mahomes did this with another team, I would have to sit back and say, damn, this dude is balling and we can't stop him.
Right.
It's crazy. It's crazy to me.
John Harrison says this game was meaningless. The real season starts in 2 weeks. You got that right, John.
Yeah, and John, you're right on point, John.
And Joey Henson says, Shane, long time no see. I saw you on the Chiefaholic, your old dental hygienist, Kim Joy. Thank you, Kim. Yes, you saw me on the Chiefaholic documentary, and you saw Fidel. Fidel, if we could touch base with you on the Chiefaholic documentary, like Kim just alluded to, former dental hygienist mine, she said she saw me there. You were there as well. Fidel, we interviewed Dylan Sires and Christian Day on here 3 weeks ago and talked about the documentary. The documentary, it was the number one documentary the last couple of weeks on Amazon Prime. What was your overall take of how the documentary is put together, as well as its how it's received since it's been released?
I think people are crazy. And I think people are crazy because not on their own, not from their own regard.
Okay.
I'm gonna say I think people are crazy surely off the fact that social media has controlled the world for the last 20 years.
Okay.
And whatever is the agenda on social media, that is the thought process of the world at large. For people to act as if, first of oh, wait a minute. Oh, they trying to get me up out of here. They trying to get me up out of here.
Yeah, they trying to get you, bro.
Boy, they trying to get me up out of here. Y'all see it? Every time the truth comes out, boy, here they come. Here they come.
Hey, I thought they got you, bro.
I thought they got me too. I thought it was over with. So yeah, I just think people are crazy and delusional, man. If you didn't know this man, watch the documentary, have your opinion or whatever. But for people to try to talk as if they knew this man and they knew his life and they knew what he went through, I tell people all the time. I said this on a live not too long ago. I know everybody from murderers to petty thieves. Hell, like I said, my father went to jail for bank robbery. I'm not supposed to like my daddy. I know how great of a guy my dad is. He went to jail. He did his time. He came back home. He's a law-abiding citizen. You know, I'm not condoning what Xavier did.
Right.
Not saying that it was right. But if a man makes a decision to do something, then in that decision, he's already factored in the loss in it. He know that he has something to lose. If he had killed somebody, I would understand the uproar. He didn't kill anybody. He didn't have any intentions on killing anybody. There was a toy gun that he went into every bank with. So he had no intentions on killing anybody. But he did what he did. He's in jail now. Okay, cool. He got handled by the law. But for people to even to come at other people who spoke on his behalf, it's crazy to me. Like, just sit at home, enjoy the entertainment that we're putting on for you. We're trying to be entertaining for you, crazy mofos. You know,
bro, I love the documentary, bro. I thought they should have had you in there a whole lot more because to me, you made the documentary, man. Let me ask you this: is it anything that they left out of the documentary that you wish they would have put in about Xavier?
Yeah. They left out about 12 hours and 90. They left out about 12 hours and about 55 minutes of footage that I gave them about Xavier.
Wow.
Xavier is my real friend. You know, we've crisscrossed this country. We didn't go to places together, but we dang sure was in a lot of cities together. And by us being the characters that we are, you know, he actually wore a costume, and that's when he transformed. But I'm like this in real life. So there's you know, you can catch me on footage in Tampa Bay jumping into a whole crowd of Tampa Bay fans. You know what I'm saying? When they were saying F the Chiefs, and I was yelling back, F with us.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? After a Super Bowl loss. And you know, and I'm really standing on business when I say that. F with us. Yeah. You know, we don't, like I said, we respectful. I'm a very respectful person. I win respectfully and I lose respectfully. No problem. You know.
So Phil, you had like you just said, you know, y'all was cool. That's your homeboy. You didn't have no inkling that he was doing that.
I wish I did. You know what I'm saying? I wish I did. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put a 2 on the 12 and be like, you know, we were best of friends and you know we were text buddies and all of that. But we had a mutual respect for one another because we both diehard. See, we are different classification. You have a fan. This is my opinion. This is not law. I believe there's a fan, there's a super fan, then there's a diehard. Not saying that any class is above another or anything like that. But what I'm saying is this is my real life. 365 days a year. My organization is not the get along gang. You do not get into Chiefs or Die because you go to games or because you got a lot of Chiefs memorabilia or you paint your face or whatever you might do. You know what I'm saying? You have to earn your way into Chiefs or Die. And the only way to do that is to get on our line for 365 days and earn your way into this. You got to earn the respect of your brothers and your sisters. Gotcha. And then my board has to unanimously vote you in. If one member on my board says, I don't think such and such should make it in, and they can adequately, you know, give us a case why you don't make it in, and it makes sense, you don't get in. You got to get back online for another year, or you can get offline. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I say that to say this, you know, it's a lifestyle for me. It was a lifestyle for Xavier. He chose his path. he had his fun. I mean, hell, if I was robbing banks to support my mother, you think I'm not gonna spend money on the things that I love the best? Which in his lifestyle, it was gambling and going to Chiefs games. But I think this documentary and the fact that he got caught, let's just put it out there, it sparked a lot of jealousy. I'd never seen so many so-called Chiefs fans so mad at a person. And the first thing I heard fly out of a lot of people's mouths was, how is he going to these games? We knew it was something. I knew it was something. I knew he had to be doing something. You didn't know nothing. Right. You didn't have an inclination of this man being a bank robber. You were just jealous and in your box that somebody was doing something that you wanted to do that you weren't able to do. Well, if you want to go to as many games as he did and gamble and go to Chiefs functions and all that, go run up in a couple of banks. I mean, it worked for him.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. Not condoning bank robbery.
We're not condoning bank robberies, but that is definitely the interesting story. Anthony Why Not Gibbs says War Chief is one of the realest. Let's go for the Chiefs three-peat. Thank you, Anthony.
Baby.
Yes, sir. When you look at the rookies, this year, we were down on Xavier Worthy. Yeah, we were down on him for a little bit because we were worried about him. Only reason I was kind of down on him is because he was so small. We were worried about him getting injured. But J.J. Burton, another former Chief, always told me behind the scenes, they say, man, hey, give this guy a chance. He's got speed. He's gonna figure it out. And under the radar, Xavier Worthy ended up scoring 9 touchdowns his rookie season. I think we overlooked that because there was also the glaring defaults that we had to expand upon. Harvey.
I didn't overlook it.
Hey, a quiet 9.
Yeah, quiet 9. So, Harvey, when you see this growth, this expeditionally growth that Worthy had to go through, what do you think his mindset should be going into the playoffs? Because Harvey, you busted out your rookie season. You rushed for 100 yards on Monday Night Football. It was all thrown to you fast. You're a rookie. And then Harvey, you were on the field when the Chiefs won their first playoff game at Arrowhead Stadium in 1991. What advice would you give Xavier Worthy going into this playoffs?
Let your balls hang, man. Don't get tight. Just go play, bro. And the world is watching. If you can just go out there and let them hang and be free and don't get tight and just take everything in, because we're talking about history right now. And if I could do it all over again, man, that team that they have right now, I would want to be on that team right now, man. And it just they got all they gelling at the right time, they peaking at the right time, and it's gonna be terrifying, bro, with them speedsters. Hollywood makes a big ass difference, Shaq, on the field. I mean, he ain't played all year. And when he comes in there, man, that opens the offense up. Now Reed can go and open up the whole playbook and do his thing. And Xavier only thing I see that he needs to work on is just, a better reading his coverages. And, he's a little guy, so he has to, when he catches the ball, he needs to learn how to start running big, if that makes sense. Yeah, learn how to get 10 or 15 and get out. If you need to take an extra yard, learn how to dip your shoulder a little bit and get out. So that's the only little things I think that he needs to work on. But the sky's the limit. I told you at the beginning of the year, man, that guy right there is going to make you feel about Tyreek, man.
Yep. And it seems like the Chiefs were always bracing themselves for Tyreek Hill's absence. When he had the legal trouble in 2019, which me and Fidel put together a process to free Cheetah back in 2019. I had him running the hill. You saw the Cheetah challenge, the Fidel took part in.
Cheetah challenge. Yep.
Yeah. But they've been trying to replace him. They've tried to replace him with Sky Moore, McCole Hardman, anybody. It seems like anybody they draft, the experts say they're trying to replace Tyreek Hill. They're trying to replace Tyreek Hill. Well, now that Tyreek Hill's long gone and Hollywood Brown is a factor with Xavier Worthy growing, what do you expect to see in the playoffs from the wide receivers, Fidel?
So I kind of beg to differ. I don't think that they were ever trying to replace the Cheetah, because let's just keep it all the way real. Tyreek Hill is a one of one. There probably will never be another Tyreek Hill. 5'10", run like the wind, strong as an ox. Like, hands.
Freakish.
He got great hands.
Yes.
Yes. And his route running is, there'll probably never be another Tyreek Hill. There's no replacing him. I think what we were trying to do was maintain the Legion of Zoom. Because
that makes sense.
I think we were trying to maintain the Legion of Zoom. I don't think we knew we wasn't gonna get another Tyreek. I mean, that was a shot in the dark, and we hit bullseye. So, but I think we were trying to maintain the actual Legion of Zoom. That's why everybody that we picked up since then has to be 4.3 at least.
At least
sub 4.3. And that's kind of like and other teams, everybody since the Legion of Zoom, you've seen every team in NFL try to copy what we did.
Right.
Everybody start going out and getting these smaller, speedy, shiftier guys. You know what I'm saying? When the Raiders went and got Ruggs, they just knew he was gonna be the next Tyreek and all that, and he was fast.
Yeah, he was fast. He
was fast in that Corvette. Man, hey, so hold on. I'm gonna jump off script real quick. I'm gonna have to say no more receivers buy Corvettes, because there's something about receivers and Corvettes in off season that just the NFL should ban all receivers from buying Corvettes. You can no longer buy Corvettes.
Right.
There's something about receivers and Corvettes that just don't make no sense. So we're gonna just throw that out there. Let's say that.
Right.
But going into the playoffs, I think it's all about. It's going to be the route running of the receivers.
Right.
It's going to be about them getting open. I don't think it's going to be too much about us taking the top off. I think it's going to be about the veteran skills of a Hollywood Brown. The veteran skills. Well, I'm going to tell y'all who's going to be my dark horse for it, and it's not. And me personally, I have been. That's why I said some people when Shaggy Shane was talking about Worthy, I've been screaming about him since the beginning of the season. I said, listen. Y'all can't expect this dude to come out and just blow the doors off out the gate. Y'all got to give him room to develop.
Right.
And he has developed into a killer out there. Yeah.
He's learning the playbook, man. It takes a long time to learn that playbook, man. The National Football
but
playbook
he got it now.
Is about that thing. Yeah.
And then the thing that helps him the most is he doesn't really have to be super dynamic, because he got these grade A veterans around him. He has Travis Kelce around him. He has Hollywood Brown. He has Juju. A lot of people are forgetting about Juju. Juju is still in the system.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, D-Hop. Come on, bro. Anybody that know me, Shane, to tell you, I was the lead, the tip of the spear about this D. I'm talking about the beginning of the year. As soon as Rice went down, I was like, go get D-Hop. Everybody's like, you crazy. We don't want no D-Hop, and he old and well. Yeah. When y'all through talking, go put the paperwork in and go get D-Hop. And I told people, I said, he's going to give this team something that we haven't had in a long time. He's going to give us real veteran leadership and real veteran hands. And on top of that, he has real veteran size at this wide receiver position. That gives Xavier Worthy a chance to shine, because the old Bulls, they just want to get out there and play and win. It's time for the young Bulls to step up. All right, Worthy, I'm going to take 2 men with me. You run that route, you go get that catch, and you know what I'm saying? You do your thing. D-Hop has nothing to prove to nobody.
No,
but he wants to win. He wants to win a championship, and I swear to you, when he got traded from the Texans, because he used to bust us up when he was with the Texans. I hated it. It, but I always respected him. And I said, man, if we ever get a chance to get this dude, I don't care if he's 197,000 years old. We need to get him. and we got him. And this is us benefiting from us getting him. Great.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I'm gonna tell both of y'all that. Watch for a lot of press coverage on the outside the first playoff game, man. Because I wouldn't let them guys run free off the. I wouldn't let Xavier get off the line. I'd be right in his chest. Mm-hmm. And same thing with Hollywood on the other side. So. Watch, the first playoff game, they're probably gonna start off trying to, max pressure.
See, this is what I think about that. That would be a good strategy, but not against this team. It's too much. This is me. Now you played the game. I'm not telling you.
No, you're absolutely right. But
this is what I would say. We got too much raw speed. See, there's not a lot of defenders in the league that got makeup speed.
Oh no, not with no cat running on 4-2. You're absolutely right. No.
Exactly. So like you bump a guy off the line, you better be able to turn around and get downfield quick, because a guy with 4.2 speed, a guy with 4.3 speed who's already facing north to south.
Well, Phil, that's if he missing though. That's if he misses it. That's if he misses it.
Yeah.
No, but even from
on
the
the
bump,
jam, if he's missing, you got to have catch up speed.
yeah,
But if
but even from the bump, boom, you've seen it. You've been in the league. You've seen guys get jammed off the line. But once that release comes, they're already north to south.
Right,
you know what
correct.
I'm saying? So
Right.
and Worthy for sure has a quick first step.
Yeah.
If you don't match that first step after you jam him, see this. What I think what happened with him is they're gonna jam and slam him. They're not gonna jam him. They're not gonna jam him just like push him back.
No, they're gonna.
Yeah, they're gonna jam and slam him.
Right.
They're gonna do the Sneed. They're gonna do how Sneed did Tyreek. In Germany, and I was in Germany. I seen that with my own two eyeballs.
I was in disbelief when I saw that happen, because that was the first time I saw him get smashed like that. I was like,
yeah.
Oh.
Well, Harvey, you played with James Jett, Rocket Ismail, Tim Brown, and Thrash.
All speed.
Yeah, so they were all fast. What kind of quarterbacks messed up Rocket Ismail and Jett and Brown? Who are the kind of ideal quarterbacks that put those speedsters took away their skill?
Man, when you got guys that's running that fast, you have to have quarterbacks that knows how to launch the ball and get it out there. For we had a lot of quarterbacks that arms, Jeff Hostetler's arm wasn't that strong, so he couldn't just like Mahomes want to just slang it out there, or Aaron can just flick it. He almost had to like throw all his ass cheeks until try to get the ball down there. And like
you can do it, put your back into it.
Yeah, like he going like squatting, like he like trying to squat 500 pounds, man. And loved him. I loved Jeff. He was a tough guy, but he couldn't. That was our problem back when I played for the Raiders. We didn't have a quarterback that could get the ball down to them cats, man. And being around, James Trapp and James Jett, them guys got gold medals around their necks, man. So, we just didn't have a quarterback that could get the ball down to them.
How does their speed compare to Hollywood Brown and Xavier Worthy?
Man, when you start talking about gold medals, Olympic, that's a totally different thing. You're talking about a guy that can run 4.2 for 40 yards. Them cats right there, man, they don't start running till about 55 or 60 meters. Then I seen James Jett. Yeah, I seen James Jett beat Carl Lewis back in his heyday. So when you're talking about, and I was a 4.3 guy, but when I first got to the Raiders, man, I was like 9th or 10th on the team. Became speed wise, because we just had an Olympic track team on that team.
And then you got to remember too, a lot of people always, I don't know why people forget this, but you got to let's get into the real play of things. When you are talking about a track time, that's a track time. Once you put on that gear and them cleats, and you hit that field is not that track. Them cleats ain't gonna grip that grass like it gripped that track. You ain't 4.3 no more. You know what I'm saying? If you see, that's where Tyreek is the most explosive receiver that I've seen from a speed standpoint, because his speed transferred from the track to the field. Guys were not this agile and quick with pads on.
Right.
When you put them pads on and you got to go out there, he's really still running a 4.3.
Yeah.
With pads on.
And Jerry Rice was the opposite, Phil. Jerry Rice was a 4.6 guy, but when he put the pads on, he was a 4.4 guy.
And ain't that something?
Ain't that crazy?
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Tara Pearson's got a question. Do y'all feel worried that the Chiefs are resting their starters too much? It will be 24 days since they played the Steelers by the time after the since that game. I myself, I would have worried more about it if there was a situation where if Andy Reid wasn't the coach. If Andy Reid wasn't the coach and this was our first year of being this good, I would be concerned about a 24 game layoff. Yeah. But I think since they know their goal, since they held up the Lombardi last February and said we want a three-peat, I think their mindset and their experience will help them stay fresh, because this has been their drive to three-peat. Would you agree with that, Harvey?
Man, and I know everybody gonna have a different opinion than mine. The field probably gonna have a different. I'd have let them play the first half and then shut it down.
Hold on, time out. My name is Fly.
Fly? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Fly.
Yeah.
All right, Fly. Got you. No, hey, Mr. Fly. I'd have let him play the first half and then take this stuff off, man. I just 24 days is a long time, and so like you said, they've been there, they've done it, they know what they're doing, but we'll see. I think they'll be okay.
I think any other team, I would say kinda. I would be worried about it. But this particular team, when you even talk to guys who are not on the Chiefs, they will tell you the way that Andy gets these guys ready, even in the preseason, going into training camp. Other guys ain't going 100 miles an hour. Andy have them out there at 100 miles an hour. And then remember, our ball was like what, week 3?
4.
Yeah.
4 or 5.
3 or 4, right?
Yeah.
Dude, we needed this time off. Guys got nagging little injuries right now. Like I said, Pat is just coming off a high ankle sprain. We need this time to recover. We need this time to recharge. We need this time to rejuvenate ourselves to go into this run. We got 3 more games to play. I don't think it would have been conducive to us being explosive as we could be if we would have had to run the gamut going into this playoff. You know what I'm saying? This playoff.
You talking about without the bye?
Huh?
You talking about without the bye
or without the bye? With the bye or without the bye? Even with the bye, that only gives us, that knock off like 10 days or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But now we got an extra 10 days to mend some wounds further. You know what I'm saying? To let us heal all the way. And this team is locked in. This team ain't going in there laying no goose egg. We know what we got to do. Yeah. So just giving us this 24-day window to get, to lick our wounds, put Band-Aids on them, you know what I'm saying, and get ourselves together. I think it was absolutely amazing how, and it's kind of like a storybook. It's like we're reading a story. We're not, we're just amazed at how everything works out for us. These guys done put in the work. They done did the work. Now we reaping the benefits. Now who wants some?
They will be coming. Hey man, I love this time of year because it's playoffs. It could be one and done, or like you said, you got run you run that hurdle race, man. And I just really feel like right now we looking real good. And I know I sound like a groupie over here about Hollywood, but that's him and Hunt.
Yeah,
Hollywood and Hunt is going to be the X factor.
Yeah, you keep hitting all the points. You hitting all the points.
You agree or disagree?
Listen, bro. I'm a Kareem Hunt cheerleader.
Oh my God!
I got Shane to tell you, man. I'm listening. Yeah. I swear to God, it's like I'm writing the script over here. Yeah. Everything that's happening, before people was even on it, I was like, go get Kareem. First of all, I'm a guy who believes Kareem should have never got kicked off this team anyway. But
exactly.
But everybody already knows my stance on that, and we're not even going. That's a whole nother rabbit hole. We in this rabbit hole. Hunt. I want the team to get a ring. I want the team to get a ring. I want to hoist another Lombardi. But I might shed a tear in real time, in a real way, to see Kareem Hunt get a Super Bowl ring.
Right.
And
not to cut y'all. And Shaggy will tell you this, man. I've been saying it since he's been there. What's his name?
Pacheco.
I said when Pacheco was coming back, man, it's no way that they should put him back in Kareem because Kareem was hot. I mean, run like the Incredible Hulk, and I just think he gives us a better chance to win the game in the playoffs because he's big and he's strong and he's gonna make a difference, man. He really is.
Yeah. I think the apprehension. Yeah, and I think the apprehension about. It got to a point where I felt Kareem was getting there without Pacheco there to give him a breather. It was putting too much on Kareem's back. But that brings me to you, Harvey. You played 8 seasons in the league as a running back, and you started a lot of those seasons as well. In your 9th season, you didn't play because you were done playing. And if you were called, like in 1999, nobody's called you, and they called you week 3 off the couch. The Chiefs call Harvey Williams week 3 off the couch. Hey, we need you to come and carry the ball damn near every play. Would you have been ready?
Bro, my ass would have blown up like the space shuttle, man. So it ain't no way, man. Hey, bro, what he doing right now is incredible, man. he's a freak of nature. That's freakish strength to be sitting at home playing video games and then go out there and then get the ball, 20, 25 times a game, and was doing it consistently, bro. So,
but that's my point. Where was your mindset week 3, 1999, when you weren't playing? Do you remember where you were physically and mentally?
Sitting on my couch. I mean, I was still in shape, but I was, if I don't get no training camp, man, my little engine ain't gonna get cranked up. I'm not motivated.
So that speaks even more highly, because you're experienced running back in the NFL, ninth season, Kareem Hunt's ninth season. What did that do for him?
Bro. That's why I'm so more impressed with what he's doing. That's why I'm such a fan, because for that man to be sitting at the house and then get that phone call and to come in there and then put all that weight on his shoulders, man. He's the real deal, bro.
Literally.
He's the real deal, Holyfield, bro. So,
Literally.
Yeah.
Literally.
So, I mean, what he's doing right now, man, is incredible. And Shaggy, I've been on the Hunt train since he's been here, bro. And I just think he gives us I love Pacheco. I just think little guys to me they stay too much banged up, man. Like the guy out in San Francisco. I mean, I love him. I would bring Pacheco in to be that change of pace guy, because when he's a little guy that runs big and I like him. But Kareem is different. He's a beast.
Right. And Mark says,
when you
imagine if they never got rid of him. What's that?
What you saying?
Yeah. When y'all say that, the Chiefs are in, we're on a search for the next
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. I think the Chiefs were more in search for the next Kareem Hunt after they let him go.
Right.
Think about it. Bro. Everybody who they tried to pick up after they got Hunt was kind of Hunt-esque.
Preach.
They had the build, they had the style of running. You know what I'm saying? But had we not got rid of him,
oh man,
we would have won the Super Bowl. We would have won that first Super Bowl. We would have went to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
we would literally be. Yeah. We would be on number 5 or number 6 right now.
Right.
Let's talk about that, because think about it. I've had this conversation. We had the number 1 quarterback, the number 1 tight end, the number 1 receiver, the number 1 running back, and the number 1 defensive player in the league on the line.
Wow.
We were unstoppable. When we played that game against the Rams,
54-51.
54-51, we was going down the field on them. I seen a lot of flags come out to get them down the field.
Wow.
And I'm not a guy. I will say this to the day I die. I'm not a guy who complain about the refs, but to watch that game and see the Chiefs go down the field the way that they did, effortlessly, and to see all of those flags come out, for anybody under my voice that can hear this, go watch that game again. You'll see what I'm talking about. I'm a diehard, so I look at the game differently. You know what I'm saying? A lot them flags got them boys down the field.
Hey, let me ask you this, man. Hey, let me ask you this. How would you have handled that if you was in the organization, you was next to the owner? How would you have handled the Kareem Hunt thing? You talking about the hotel deal, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How would you have handled that?
It'd been a totally different ballgame. I probably would have been out the door with him, because I'm just a realist. Like, one thing anybody that knows me knows you can count on is I'm gonna give you the truth. And the truth of the matter is this: there was a whole 10-minute video showing. Well, actually, it was longer than that, showing you exactly what happened. The lady was put out the room because they said Kareem said she was underage. She had to leave.
Gotta go, right?
They put her out the room. She sat and beat on that door for, I think, 20 or 30 minutes. Kicked on the door, beat on the door. This is all on camera.
I didn't see that. Wow.
Oh, so you didn't see the whole footage? Okay.
I didn't see the whole footage.
Yeah, she sat and kicked on the door for like 30 minutes. Kareem finally came to the door. He came to the door. He's sitting there talking to her. He never touched her or anything. She spit in the man's face, called him all kind of things, but the child of God, including the N-word, spit in his face, smacked him across his face. She did this. She assaulted the man. Basically, she assaulted the man for like 7 minutes. His friend comes out. His friend is like trying to mediate. Kareem's telling the dude to get her out of here. Get her out of here, because she wasn't she wasn't Kareem's guest. It was his friends inviting her there. She insulted this man multiple times, spit in his face, called him the N-word and everything else. Bro never touched her. He pushed his homie at the top of his frustration. He pushed his homie like, get her away from me. His homie bumped into her. She hits the ground. When she hits the ground, she swings up at him. He gives her a little side swipe and with the side of his foot to her butt. Now, I know individuals who have really hauled off on women. They deserve whatever they get, because you ain't never supposed to just haul off on no woman like that. Not no lady. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some of these women out here who think they men, and that's a whole different conversation. But he hauled off. He didn't haul off on her. He kicked her with the side of his foot, like, get her up out of here. And from that, they took him as assaulting a woman, assaulting anybody, and they want to kick him out the league for that. The other part of that is that happened 10 months prior to when it actually came out.
Right.
So you say if that wouldn't happen, Kansas City has 6 Super Bowls right now? Mr. Fly.
I'm going to say this. If Kansas City, if that wouldn't happen, something else would have had to happen, because I think the Chiefs were just unbeatable.
Wow.
And that wasn't faring well for the money.
Man, 6.
It wasn't faring well for the money.
That's incredible.
We were unbeatable.
Yeah, it's definitely something that Kareem Hunt wants to put in his rearview mirror. He's got a chance to get his Super Bowl now.
Yes.
And fans are talking about it on our board. Realtor Girl says, shame on Casey for losing on purpose and disappointing the fans that paid money to see them. There were other teams today that actually won their games knowing they had secured playoff spots. Okay, Reality Girl, that's appreciate you chiming in. And John Harrison.
We playing chess, not checkers, baby.
Right. John Harrison says, don't worry about the rest. The team will rise to the big moment. Teams better be ready for it. Just like Maximus said in Gladiator, at my signal, unleash hell.
Yeah. Hey, that's one of my favorite moments, bro. I love that. Yeah.
John got them quotes, boy. John, I like John when he comment.
Well, Fidel, I greatly appreciate you spending 45, 50 minutes with us. I thank you for your time. Tell our viewers where they can find Chiefs or Die updates, where our viewers can see how they got to do to get off the porch, to get the patch, to get on the chapter, and tell us where are you going to be on Super Bowl Sunday in New Orleans? Where's Chiefs or Die? Tell us about it.
Well, we're going Super Bowl Sunday in New Orleans. Ain't no telling where I'll be. I know I'll be in front of somebody's big screen TV or something like that. I'll be probably, somebody's watch party. We get invited to a lot of things just because of who we are. So,
right.
Who's ever having a big event going on in New Orleans, tap in, I'll bring the mob, and we're going to turn your party up. So, but we'll be in New Orleans just moving around for the Super Bowl, having fun. We're not going to do anything. We're going to go patronize the city and show the city of New Orleans some love. That's what Chiefs or Die coming to do.
And all the updates on Chiefs or Die Facebook, right?
Yeah. Chiefs or Die on Facebook. That's probably the easiest way to catch us and get all of our takes, all of our moves, everything you can find. Just go on Chiefs or Die. Go on Facebook, type in Chiefs or Die. You'll see the Chiefs or Die page. Depending on who you are, if you don't got no Chiefs content, no Chiefs pictures, no Chiefs commentary on your page, you won't get into Chiefs or Die.
Wow.
It's a diehards only group. So I created it to eliminate the riffraff. Everybody who are, want to get in here. There was a lot of groups all over social medias who were just letting anybody in their groups. And that's just to make their numbers look good. Chiefs or Die, the group on Facebook is under 3,000, but it's a concentrated 3,000 of nothing but diehards. You don't see no arguing. You don't see any negative comments or anything. Anytime somebody say something negative, I correct it right off the flip. This ain't what we doing in here. You know what I'm saying? I rarely have to say that, though, because everybody know what type of program we run. You know what I'm saying? But you can catch us at Chiefs or Die on Facebook. You can find me on Facebook with my real name, Fidel Blocker. You can find me on Instagram at @I am_WarChiefFly, like it says up here on the Monarchy. And then you can also find Chiefs or Die on Instagram at official Chiefs or Die.
Right. Okay. And where are you going to watch the AFC Championship game?
Well, Chiefs or Die got some things up their sleeve.
So go to Chiefs or Die. So
Yeah.
so the viewers here, go to Chiefs or Die. Harvey, have you got Harvey on Chiefs or Die? Harvey, you on Chiefs or Die yet?
No, I'm gonna get on there, man. No, like I said, bro. I'm a fan. I like you in the documentary. I was like, man, that could be one of my homeboys back in the day. So
What you mean? I still am your homeboy. I just wasn't old enough. You know what I'm saying? Now we can drink.
Mr. Phil, aka Mr. Fly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Well, Fidel, before one final thing before we let you go, you will be 44 years old tomorrow. Happy birthday,
Yes, sir.
buddy.
Happy birthday, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, guys. Yo, we gonna have to do this in person. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know I'm a personable type guy. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We're gonna have to do this at Gates on 12th Street, Eastern Barbecue, and put the camera up.
Exactly.
All right, man. Great talking to you, man. Hey, Fidel, be careful driving home, okay, man? You got a long drive home.
I'm gonna text you to let you know I made it home, bro.
Okay, man, because just be safe because there's a lot of ice underneath that snow, and we want you to be safe and have a safe drive home. Thank you again for joining us, and keep kicking ass,
All
brother.
right, fam.
Chiefs are
back.
See ya.
Great guy, man. Wow.
That is the great Fidel Blocker from Chiefs or Die. Man, what can you say about him? He's definitely a hardcore. There's not a lot of hardcore. He's diehard, as he said, as we've said all along. He's the man. He gets his group. They go to a lot of away games throughout the season, and we don't ask how you make your money. We don't ask how the group funds because we know they obey every rule by the book. Ain't that right, Harvey?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Harvey, man.
Hey, great man, man. I'm gonna say it again. I liked him in the documentary. He just went in a lot. I wish they would put him in there a lot more because he's a personality. Yeah.
Hell yeah. It was still awesome. We love Fidel.
You did a good job in that too, Shaggy. I forgot, you was in there.
Yeah. You can't compete with Fidel. I'm not going to try to figure it out. I'm going to let Fidel go. Except he likes to call himself on social media Fly. So we'll call him Fly, War Chief Fly. And Harvey, it's time to shake it off. These players, they got 2 weeks to get ready. They got to deal with their bruises. They got to walk it off, and they got to do it. Harvey?
Man, where you be finding that stuff at, Shay? You the best at doing that stuff, man. I didn't even realize it was me till I looked at my calves. I'm like, oh, that's me.
That was Harvey Williams shaking off a big freaking hit when Leslie O'Neal freaking took him back in the playoff game in January 1st, 1993. Harvey Williams shook it off and came back, and that was him shaking it off. The Chiefs got to shake off all their nagging injuries. Harvey, when you look at that film with you running off that injury, that ankle injury, you came back in that game. What's the mindset for Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, and these running backs to shake off their injuries? You know what it takes to have to sit out. You have to sit out with the turf toe, and you know what it takes to shake it off. What's their mindset to deal with these injuries?
Oh, to get well, man, and I want to play in the game. That's your mindset. Just I don't want to miss the party. I want to be there with my brothers. It's one. It could be one and done, or one and we keep going. So that's the mindset that everybody is, and it's like a new season. It's a new exciting season because it's the playoffs, and now you're on that road to get on the road to go to the Super Bowl. So I know they're gonna be hyped up. They look very, all the cats that didn't play today, they look like they was anxious and excited and ready for ready to get started. So I'm like I was telling you earlier. I like playoffs. It's time to go, and I know for a fact Kansas City gonna pull it off.
Harvey, when you look at that video from that game, you were the spark that ignited the team to win their final regular season game in 1992, and you were the only one that got to carry the ball in that playoff game against the San Diego Chargers. When you were running along the sidelines there, trying to stretch yourself out to stay loose, were you thinking, I better let did the thought cross your mind, I better let Christian Okoye or Barry Word take this next series? Or was your mindset, man, I've waited a year and a half to be the starting running back for the team. I can't let this ankle injury keep me on the sidelines.
That's exactly. I can't say it no better than what you just said, Shaggy. That's exactly what it was about. It was my time to shine. I wanted to play, and I didn't. I felt like I sat around, like you said, for a whole year watching a game that I loved to play as a little boy, and it was my time to play, and I wanted to play. And my ankle was killing me, man. Because if you go back and look at that, I had a lot of tape on that ankle, and it was killing me. And then I got a shot, to try to numb it, and it was sore the whole game.
Wow, but you came and you played and you started and you begin the next season as a starter. Harvey, it's playoff time. Let's get right to it. We're going to predict this real quick. Who do you like next week in Buffalo? The young rookie Bo Nix, Denver Broncos goes to the Buffalo Bills. Who you taking?
Man, if we doing the Vegas thing right now?
Yeah, let's go. Broncos and Bills.
I'm gonna tell you this. I think I'm gonna think it's gonna be an upset. I think the Broncos will beat the Bills. I really do, because I'm gonna make that prediction right there. So put that in the books.
Wow, definitely. I will put that in the books for sure. What do you see about the Steelers going back to Baltimore? Steelers ended the season on a 4-game losing streak. Russell Wilson, playoff experience against Lamar Jackson, not very good playoff experience. Talk to me, Steelers at Baltimore.
Man, Baltimore, that's gonna be a blowout. I just Pickens. Did you see what he did today?
You know what?
Yesterday,
last night he looked like
like all that crying and jumping around he did a week ago. He dropped. I don't know how many passes he dropped yesterday. That's exactly.
He was yelling with fans, and he was yelling with the fans also. He dropped 2 balls, and then when the defense would be on the field, he'd be yelling at fans, and then he'd go back in. Harvey,
he's a head case. And he thinks. Go on.
What do you do if he's your teammate? You're a running back, and you're trying to freaking get playoff momentum, and you got this wide receiver yelling at fans, dropping footballs. Do you call him out on the sideline so all the cameras can see, or do you get him in the locker room and say, dude, you can't keep acting like this?
You got to get his ass on the sideline, bro.
Is it who's going to get George Pickens straight? Is it going to be a teammate?
It would have to be somebody on defense to go over there and one of them big ass defensive ends that that's 300, 6'5" or 6'6" to make him pipe down, man. I just the week ago he was embarrassing. The other day he was embarrassing. He's a detriment to that football team, man. As talented as that dude is, Shaggy. I mean, he got all the specs. I mean, he's 6'4".
Yeah,
between a 4'4", 4'3" guy. He got hands as big as Shaquille O'Neal, and I just, he just bad for the football team. And then he started whining and crying on the sidelines to the quarterback, and then the quarterback gonna start forcing the ball into double coverage and triple coverage. So I just think Baltimore gonna kick their ass and blow them out just because of him. I don't see them matching Baltimore.
Right. Last thing I'll say about George Pickens, is his career savable? Is that too hard of a question? Can another team? Do you think George Pickens
would have to go to another team, Shaq?
Yeah. How much will Mike Tomlin put up with it of this?
I mean, he's been putting it up. I mean, if I'm Mike Tomlin, why not sit him a couple of games? Why didn't you sit him early in the season? Because I'm quite sure he ain't just started doing this. He's been doing this. The cameras have just caught him doing it now, but he's been doing that. No different than Antonio Brown. Same cut from the same cloth, man.
Right. John Harrison here, our buddy here, the insider here. John Harrison says, not Chiefs related, but after tonight, a 14-win team will be a number 5 seed and have to go on the road next week and play on the West Coast against the number 4 LA Rams. Yes,
he's talking about the Vikings and the Lions. The Detroit game. Yeah, that's crazy.
The Rams lost today, so that dropped them from number 3 to 4. So they are going to have to play the winner of tonight's Vikings and Lions game, which is just now starting. Wow. Yeah. All right. Harvey, you're in Houston right now. Houston Texans won today, but I don't know how much they were trying. You got to keep a good eye on them. They got the Chargers. Jim Harbaugh, J.K. Dobbins is back, their running back. They are going to the Houston Texans. Who you like?
Chargers.
Really?
I'm talking about if I was a gambler and I was betting my money in Vegas.
Yeah.
Chargers.
Is your neighbor are your neighbors upset that you're not going to bet on them?
They don't know.
They could be watching.
Yeah, it's between me and you, Shaggy. No, I'm going with the Chargers, man.
Okay, well, by your predictions, we're going to see how true they are. If Denver beats Buffalo, Denver will be coming to Kansas City in 2 weeks. We still don't know if it's going to be a Saturday game or a Sunday game. We're still looking into all that, the little nuances of where or when the Chiefs are going to play. Right. But Harvey, we've done this all season. I'm not going to say any hip hip hooray for this game, but This is Harvey's hip hip hooray. Harvey, you've been with me this entire season, and I love you being my co-anchor. I hope I have you beside me for as long, forever and ever. You kick ass. What is Harvey Williams' hip hip hooray for the 2024 Kansas City Chiefs?
You talking about for the whole season?
Yeah, give it regular season. We'll do one for the postseason, of course, but for the regular season,
my hip hip hooray is Mahomes, bro. That's my hip hip hooray.
Patrick Mahomes.
That's my dude, man.
He
is the real deal. I'm gonna tell you again. We watching history. Mr. Fly Field said it earlier, man. This guy right here, man, he's special, and he's been special a long time. And as great as he is, we don't give him the due credit that he actually needs. I mean, he's on that Mount Rushmore of Staubach, Elway, Brady. You know, them cats, man. He's on that level, and like I'm telling you, Shaggy, when the books are closed, he's gonna be the number one.
Patrick Mahomes, in his first 6 seasons in the National Football League, has played in 6 straight AFC Championship games, 4 Super Bowls, winning 3. Now in his 7th season, he is the number 1 seed in the AFC. I want to ask you about this, Harvey, because the social media and the experts are making a big deal out of this. Nick Wright is making a big deal out of this on Fox Sports. I am not making a big deal out of this. Patrick Mahomes was a Pro Bowl snub. I myself look at it as, okay, go ahead and play the disrespect card. That's what Nick.
What?
Okay.
What do you mean snub?
He didn't get a vote. He's not in. He's not in the Pro Bowl.
Stop playing, Shaggy.
No,
are you serious?
Yes, Patrick Mahomes is not in the Pro Bowl. And okay, I'm gonna get your full opinion, response, your genuine response. It looks like you're already sharing. A lot of people said he was snubbed. Nick Wright said it was bullcrap. He's gonna run wild now in the playoffs because of it. My thought is, yeah, you would have thought he would have been in the Pro Bowl, but it's not that big of a deal because Patrick Mahomes he's above the disrespect card because he's the best. He looks at that like, yeah, who cares? I'm Patrick Mahomes. People already know about his greatness. Harvey, you're just now finding out, obviously. What is your take on Patrick Mahomes not being a Pro Bowl snub or not making it to the Pro Bowl? How does it make you feel? Do you feel like it's going to make you as a player?
Bro, I'm going to say this. I'll never, what you just told me, I'll never watch the Pro Bowl again. I'll never watch it again. I swear to God, because I know it's cool now. They play flag football and all that stuff, and it's entertaining for them to do that kid like that, bro. I mean, like, you know, back in the day when you were making it in the playoffs and you would go to the Super Bowl. If I got elected, if I didn't want to go, then you let the other guy behind you go, right? That's what should happen. I mean, that sounds like that's rigged, man. That's crazy, man. I'll never watch it again ever.
But it's so stat driven. It's just like, well, Burrow's got this many touchdowns and Josh Allen's got this many touchdowns and Lamar Jackson's got this many touchdowns. They looked at it, and I'm not defending him. I'm not defending people about not putting him in there or put him at the Pro Bowl. I'm just saying that's the reasons why they went. If you would have put Patrick Mahomes in there, then they kept somebody else out who has 45 touchdown passes or 40 touchdown passes. They're going to say, well,
15 and 1, 14 and 1. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I'm agreeing. I'm just saying
come on. I mean, like, what is his stats? I'm quite sure he threw over 4,000 yards, 5,000 yards. How many yards?
Gosh, I don't have them. I don't have them on me. I should. Since I'm talking about Patrick Mahomes, not going.
Patrick Mahomes. He got you. He getting ready to win the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, I think he had 26 or 27 touchdown passes this year, but it's neither here nor there. Harvey, My two
done with
quarterbacks,
football, bro.
my two quarterbacks in our fantasy football league that you went to the Super Bowl. You lost the Super Bowl to my wife. You were a good opponent. I was proud to have my wife play Harvey Williams in the Super Bowl.
She did her thing, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, tell her I'm gonna get her ass next year. I got some for her next year. She did a fantastic job.
You'll have to deal with me next year in the fantasy.
Hey, you know what's so crazy about the whole thing, man? I lost 2 Super Bowls this year.
You did?
Yeah. I can't win the big one. I can't win the big one.
My wife put together a solid team. But anyway, back to my point. I had Joe Burrow as my backup quarterback. Patrick Mahomes was my starter. The only time I put in Joe Burrow as my starter in my fantasy football league was when Patrick Mahomes was on bye. Guess what? I probably would have won more games if I would have put Joe Burrow as quarterback over Patrick Mahomes, but I didn't because Patrick Mahomes is the man. So back to the bias of is what you know of Patrick Mahomes' play, Harvey. Do you think that's going to give him extra incentive to be great in January and February, or do you think he looks at it? Or do you think Patrick Mahomes looks at it and thinks, that's beneath me?
Man, let me tell you something. That dude is a competitor, bro. For you not to at least give me a choice to go to the pro. I'm about to set y'all ass on fire, bro. I didn't even know. It's about to be a massacre. It's about to be a massacre.
All right, John Harrison chimes in. Two previous QBs that didn't make the Pro Bowls after winning 14 games were Tom Brady in 03 and Phil Simms in 86. Both won the Super Bowl. John Harrison is the man.
That's crazy. Wow.
Appreciate you, John. I love you, buddy.
Yeah, that's good stats. Wow.
Well, so you think it's going to drive him to like what Phil Simms and Tom Brady just did, right?
Watch what he about to hit the gas. Watch what he get ready to do. It's going to be terrifying for everybody. I wouldn't want to play against.
Zach Pearson says Patrick loves bulletin board material. Well, here we go. It's on fire now. We are 3 games away from the Super Bowl. And with that, I think when you've just now found out that Patrick Mahomes didn't make the Pro Bowl, that's your hell no, right?
That's my hell no. Hell no.
Nothing illegal about it. His head's in front. Bang! Down he goes. Now look at
crazy.
Harvey's hell no for Patrick Mahomes not making the Pro Bowl. He is so shocked.
You don't make my wine taste different tonight, man. I so hate they did that, man, to that kid like that, bro. That's crazy, man. Wow.
Well, it's so shocking. It's such a bummer. It's such a hell no. We'll play it one more time. Patrick Mahomes not making the Pro Bowl.
Nothing illegal about it. His head's in front. Bang! Down he goes. Now look at
in Denver in those icy whites.
Wow. That's crazy.
Harvey,
hey, it's about to get real.
It's real now.
It's about to get real.
We get to sit back next weekend and watch it all unfold. Harvey's calling for Denver to beat Buffalo. So Harvey's thinking Denver Broncos are going to be back here in 2 weeks at Arrowhead Stadium. Harvey, anything you want to say to our fans ending the 2024 regular season for the Kansas City Chiefs? Anything you want to say, buddy?
Hey, thanks for tuning in, and it's been fun the whole season, Shaggy. You my brother from another. I appreciate the opportunity, working with you this year, man, and years to come. And hey, let's get ready to get real, man. I love this time of year, and like I said, where I come from, let's get it. It's time to go. So yeah,
it is definitely time to go. Once again, major thanks to Fidel Blocker from Chiefs. He gave me this at the Cheetah Challenge. He ran up the Cheetah Challenge hill for us. But once again, check out Chiefs or Die. Check out Fidel Blocker. His phrase name is War Chief Fly. He likes to go by Fly, so call him Fly on Chiefs or Die. So check out Chiefs or Die on Facebook. Join the group. Get a patch. Go on the road. Lose your mind. Don't rob banks. We don't want anybody robbing banks.
Right.
So get your money. Make a hard-earned living, and maybe you'll accomplish something in life.
Right.
Harvey,
I couldn't rob no banks, man.
I couldn't rob a bank either, man. I couldn't live with myself. You already said you couldn't. You took a candy bar when you were 10.
Candy bar, man. I had diarrhea. Yeah, no. I don't want none of that.
You ran out of the store with that candy bar and said, "What have I done?"
Yeah.
You weren't about to go. You weren't about to go get any banks, and we don't want people robbing banks. Ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in 2 weeks and break down the Chiefs game over either Denver,
Bronco.
Denver,
making that call. Bronco.
okay. But if it's not, But we're gonna go with. He's gonna go with Denver. But the Chiefs are either gonna place Denver, Houston, or the Chargers. Harvey's going with Denver, and I'm just gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna enjoy it and see who's
Come
coming.
on, man, take a chance. Come on, make
Who
a
am I gonna
prediction.
bet on? I'm gonna say the Chargers.
You say the Chargers?
Yeah, I think Buffalo's gonna find a way, but that's what makes it great. Harvey, you kick ass. Fidel, thanks for joining us. We will see you in 2 weeks. So next time, until we see you in 2 weeks, this is Shaggy Shannon and Harvey Williams saying, "Go Chiefs!"